So what I'm trying to do is get a long exposure during the daytime. So I'm using a combination of a 6-stop and 2 CPLs that make it into a 3-stop that gives me 9 stops. That bus is moving a little bit too fast. So excuse my language. So with that said, we are doing street photography but long exposure during the day using ND filters. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I got some. See, I'm shooting raw, so I won't actually, like, you can, hopefully you guys can see the image. I think I need to go a little bit slower. So, what I'm going to do is decrease my shutter speed, but increase my F to F13. I do want it to be a little bit under exposed by 0.7, so when I am editing this photo, I can recover and post. So give you guys context. I am shooting raw, but I'm waiting for objects that have a lot more light bleed during the daytime, more vibrant, more bright. But I'm also trying to get this block here, and I think it will look very, very interesting. Now I know I'm just doing this as someone showing you guys how to get leading lines and architectural photography, but I'm showing you real time also how, like, you want to also educate people on the fly. So I'm using my IRIX 15 f2.4. I'm also using the Maven filter show glow diffuser, so I get that soft. I don't want too much highlights bleed into it. Boom. Tell me they got this one. Oh, okay. It's casting a shadow, a dark shadow. See, bus. Yeah, I need the bus to be on that lane so I can see the light. Yeah, that's a good one. I can stack these. Don't get me wrong. I can stack these if I choose to. But right now, using Canon EOS 70D, not a bad camera. It's APS, but it does the job. So with the filters combined, you know, and I want to say thank you to Maven Filters for sending this out to me with the filter set, brand new by the way, for my 95 thread. This is what this lens needed, more filter selection or combination, because this is a combination. So take it with a grain of salt. If you're someone that's loving photography, oh, by the way, let me introduce some of the other gear that I'm using here. So I bought this back in 2014. This is the Sunway Photo DPL07. This is an L bracket, and I have 2 of these. These are amazing, by the way. And I'm using the Sunway Photo DT03R. This is a 2-way tilt head. I like this when I'm doing actually real estate and actual photography, or, you know, architect. It depends. So you do want to buy a tilt lens too if you're going to be using something like this as well. And I'm using an ArcSight AS80C carbon fiber tripod. So being very transparent about the gear that I'm using. We will be going to another spot. I just want to see if I can capture something on this wall. But I need something bright that has a lot of light, and it will look so cool during the day. and I want it to bleed right across the screen. And since I'm using that soft glow diffusion, it should, like, I don't know. Mind you, I'm testing out this new filter of mine. So, subscribe, like, and share. And you want to support homeless photographers and homeless YouTubers? This is the channel. We don't sugarcoat my life. We tell it like it is. Everything that we do is transparent. You guys want to support the channel? Listen, subscribe, like, and share, first and foremost. You want to buy some of the items that I make in my videos? I always have links in the descriptions in each video what you can purchase. You can even save 15% off some of the TELESIN gear they send me out, which I'm using right now. Oh, I'm showing you some of my work, but...
So everyone, this is the TELESIN test mount. I'm going to be using this test mount during a snowstorm here, or blizzard in New York City. So, this is what I'm wearing right now as we're doing this live stream. So this is a pre-recording, but I want to show you what it looks like. So, I'm going to actually put this on and get started.
So I'm using this chest mount right now. If you guys want to save 15%, use the promo code ThePandaPhotographer when you're at checkout on the TELESIN website. But with that said, everyone, I'm grateful that brands are not recognizing, but giving me the opportunity to represent their products on my channel, because they see that I could be very useful with their product, and I am using their products very usefully. So, subscribe, like, and share. If you guys want to support directly, you know, we're trying to get new employment right now. Been laid off, and yeah, and possible unemployment, which we don't know how long that's going to take, but we don't want to wait for that. If you guys want to support financially, help me pay for the bills, keep the lights on here, there's a direct Venmo and PayPal. But with that said, I'm going to wait a few more minutes because I really want to get a shot, but I need something bright. I need a bus that has bright lights. But the reason why I also want to underexpose, like I was saying to you guys before, the reason why I want to overexpose is because, like, I really want to see if the police lights were on. Oh, that would have been perfect. That would have been sick. Because those are really, really bright. I should actually come back around. I think that's what I need. Yeah, I think that's what I need. I think I need to have either EMT vehicle, paramedics, or I need a police squad car to make some noise. I don't think any white trucks would do nicely because it just blocks out detail. But it's all about speed too. You have to go the right amount of speed in order to capture that light too. So you gotta, like, calculate it and hope that these drivers are driving the speed that you want. It's all about patience. Yeah. Patience is everything, everybody. Gotta be patient. So, got it at 2.5 seconds, f13, ISO 100. I'm using a custom C-Log to shoot this raw. It really doesn't matter because I'm in raw anyway. Yeah, shoot everything manual. Manual focus, manual everything. Now, when I want to focus on something, I 10 times zoom in, and you can see the detail sharp. If you can see that, it's pretty sharp, pretty in focus. And then, yeah. And I'm trying to do leading lines, but I also want some color. Oh, we got two buses here. See, it'd be nice if I can get them. Oh, see, but I wish the buses, the city buses, had a little bit of light on the side. They look cool at night, but during the day, they kind of suck. see if I can get something interesting here. I don't know. I might see, because I am underexposing. I am, like I said, I am underexposing by 0.7, so I can recover. I can underexpose by 2 stops and still recover. But I want something else, and I can stack these too. Bright lights on the side. Now I might be able to get light here. Watch this. Oh no, trigger. Come on, trigger. See? Okay. I had this thing for like 10 years or like something like that. Okay? And it's been working, but lately it's been like when I press the trigger, it doesn't want to respond, so I can see the light now. Alright, I'm going to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this has got to, as a photographer, you got to be patient, because you never know, you might get your opportunity. But this is not about opportunity, this is about learning how to shoot with filters. I'm using the Maven Filters set. And thank you, Maven Filter, for sending out these lovely, expensive filters, which you send me a $600 complete set, which is pretty damn awesome. But in my recollection, because I can't, these filters are really good. Uh-oh, we got something. Hold on, let's see if we get another one. It's too fast. Yeah, it's too fast. It has to be slow. So if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed something, you learned something, let me know. Now, why do I choose two-way ball heads over a ball head? Well, I did like ball heads. I still do like ball heads, but I prefer a two-way because it's to the point, it's direct, it is straightforward. And mind you, I even got a micro slider for this, which Someone's Photos send me, which is called the M3. And I use that quite a bit for micro photography. I don't use it for landscapes as much, but I did overkill it in one video, which was, it was overkill. It was literally overkill. I can literally do a panoramic shot with that micro rail. It's called a micro rail system. And yeah, the brand did send it out in good faith, but my departure for representing them on my channel, it's because they wanted me to not disclose certain things about their products. And then when people were, trying to sabotage this channel, they were literally emailing the brand, telling them about I use swear words in my videos. And mind you, the company or brand doesn't get to tell me what to say, how I feel, and how I can express on a product. But when these complaints started to happen, I evaluated my own videos and watched it, and I would say, God damn, this is a very good product. That is what they are complaining about. But like I said, these are trolls. These are people that don't have a hobby themselves, so they want to try to sabotage someone else's hobby or reputation on that behalf. Take it with a grain of salt. This is what I got to deal with as a photographer, as someone that's on social media trying to also educate people, but also show people that not everybody that is houseless is a fucking criminal either, because that's what people think as well. Everyone that's homeless or homeless is a drug addict or a drunk, or that's the stigmatized and stereotypes. So. But that's why I said thank you Maven Filters for sending me out a $600 complete set for my Iris lenses, because Maven Filters know my situation and they like how authentic I keep it without filtering the nonsense that sometimes YouTube has to offer. Now I know you guys see the YouTube ads. If you do see YouTube ads in this video, let me know down in the comments, because when I do live streams, they're supposed to be disabled, and I do enable them after the live stream. Hey, watch it. You saw that? Jesus fucking Christ, bro. God damn. I know there's an NYPD camera right there too. Fucking ridiculous. But anyway, so look. You think? See, you guys saw that firsthand. I didn't even have to sugarcoat the stupidity drivers are doing. I didn't have to do that. You saw that firsthand. Just ridiculous. But anyway, guys, like I said, as a photographer, as a an amateur filmmaker, documentarian, an independent journalist, this is things I run into when I'm out here and about with my gear. People looking. This is why I got my identification on. So if someone said, "Hey, what are you shooting? Are you shooting me?" I'm like, "Yeah, shooting public." I'm like, "Yes, I think I have that constitutional right to shoot in public, and as this is a one consent state, I don't need permission for because some people they like, I don't want you shooting me." I'm like, then don't be outside. You literally have to tell them, no, then don't come outside. It's like, you obviously know when I'm shooting. I'm shooting architecture and leading lines. You know when I'm shooting. I'm not shooting people with this wide angle. I think most people as adults know that. They just want to bother you. So you have to be very smart, intelligent, and have a humor about it too. Because there will be people out here that try to test you. And as a photographer, you need to build up that, that mental strength and that wisdom about your rights as a photographer. If you work with a client and the client was like, "Okay, can you see me all the raw photos? I want all the raw." Like, yeah, I can show you all the raw photos, but that was not what we agreed on. But always, ladies and gentlemen, always have a consultation with the client before you make any deals with clients. If you're not a photographer, you're not making consultations and assessments on these folks and making sure that they put a retainer fee to book, and they don't want to go about that route or sign any paperwork for release forms or videos or photos, then that's not the client that you want as someone you want to call one day and say, "Can you be my referrer to another business? Tell them how great as a client you were satisfied with my work." That's important to have that kind of relationship with your clients and give them good work. So if they recommend their friends to you, and then their friends like your work, then you can call them up as a reference and ask them before you do anything, "Hey, we've been knowing each other for a while as a client and professional, but I'm trying to get this really big deal, and I really want some references. Sure, I will help you." This is why it's good to have a relationship with your clients, and good ones. And always keep up to date, and even so, surprise them once in a while. Imagine you give them their packages, what they wanted, but you have extra because you are the photographer. You are the photographer. You have all the copyrights to everything. But what they didn't see is the other photos, or maybe some other clips they didn't want to see, or didn't want to add, or didn't get the chance to see, but they liked the ones they had, right? And let's say 6 months down the road, or a year down the road, or 2 years down the road, you keep surprising them once in a while by uploading something like, "Oh shit, he got that too? Yo, bro, yeah, I bought that too." You never know. You just don't know how surprised you make your clients, or especially a wedding client. You upload a photograph that they didn't see before, and you're like, "Hey," I was like, "Yeah, it's in your email already. I already sent it to you." I'm like, "What?" Like, you just surprise them with extra. And that's because you know that your clients are good, and they always recommend you to other people. But take it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna get my light here, so I'm gonna move on to the next spot. I tried. So, and that's the problem with daylight long exposures. And mind you, I'm good at that stuff. Always have been good at it. I didn't go to school for that, for photography. No, I didn't go to school for that. Oh, man, it is windy, friend. Long Island City, and the buildings make this place so windy. Guys, I swear to you, before all these buildings were here, it was nothing but flat garbage land, right? The wind wasn't that strong. The wind here wasn't that strong back in the 80s and 90s. I can tell you that now. So when I am not using the filters, I just put the Maven filters on. Now, normally I would just take off the Maven filter, put it back in the case. But since I'm like transporting to one location, which is not far away, and mind you, I don't recommend doing this because something can happen on the way to the next location. So it's always wise to always use your Maven case and put them back in the case. But right now, I'm just being reckless. I'm going to be honest with you. But some photographers might say, oh, well, as long as you're being careful, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, I am being careful. This is why I'm holding the tripod a certain way. See, if that has some yellow lights, like turning, look. Okay, I think I need to get. I want to get in the center. Alright, I'm gonna try to pull this off. You guys were with me? Let's do this. Let's see what we're working with here. Yeah. Let's do. I don't want it to be too long. Well, maybe I do. To do F9, 13 seconds, ISO 100. See how that looks. I'm gonna wait for the next light. I want more like yellow taxis. I want more light. Hold on, let's see. 13 seconds. Let this car turn. Please let this car turn. I wanted it to turn so there be a yellow streak with the white light. Oh man. Did you guys see that one? I wanted that one, yeah. That was a nice one, though. Alright, let's give it another shot. Oh, so we got a big truck here. See, but it's 13 seconds, and to me, that's a little bit too long. So, low as I can go, 100 on the Canon 80D. I mean, 70D, I'm sorry. Alright, so light is not changing yet. Oh, see, these guys gotta go. Come on. I don't want. Let's go. Oh, no trail lights. Some trail lights. Come on. Move it, truck. Just slow. Damn it. See, you gotta know how to time that shit, right? It's all about being patient, man. I don't like that one. I can stack it, but I personally don't like it. Ooh, come on. Give me something interesting. Quick. Go, Catty. That one looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, that one looks cool. Alright, let's get a few more. Okay, one doing yeah, see that bus? Come on, let the purple truck go, go purple. Give me the color. That's what I guess it didn't give me the color that I want. I don't know, these long exposures are really hard to nail. See, it's too long. It has to be short. So, yeah, it's just too short for me. It's too long. So, yeah, it's just too long. Oh, my Panda. Okay. I need another ND filter. And what I need is a 10 stop. And I have a 10 stop. I do. I need to adapt the Irix lens onto the, which is a pain in the butt, which I don't want to do. Because that's not magnetic. See, I can get the shot, because all I need is another 10 stop. And yes, I'm at 9 stops, and I can get some, but 13 seconds is just too long. In my opinion, man. And I'm 1 stop under. So, like, to me, the cars have to move really, really slow, so I can get that motion blur that I'm looking for. See, I like the light trails coming towards me, but on this side, it's not bleeding as red. See, that's bright. Oh, this guy almost hit it. He almost bit it. You saw that? If he would have hit that curve, he probably would have been flipped. I don't like it. I need to get that ND filter. So whatever. Oh, see, I didn't even bring it. So that means I need to go back to the Brooklyn, go get my filter, to come back out here just to get this shot. I am willing to do that because I have done that many times before. I can stack these and create some kind of like montage painting, like a double exposure kind of. But yes, I can do double exposure, and I should. I'm gonna show you how to do that, but I'm gonna show you how to edit that in like Photoshop too. Which I do have tutorials on that from back in the day. Yeah, I have plenty of tutorials on that. Holy man, I got so many tutorials, but no one watches those tutorials because YouTube suppresses it. Right, see, like there's no bleeding red lights here. This is why, like, I need this to be slower. That's the only way. It's the only way. Oh wow, that is gonna pop up. That's pretty dangerous. But yeah, this is the only way. So all I have to do is get that ND filter. So. I see it, but not much. Like I said, I'm gonna just stack these. Alright, we can go to another spot. Actually, we can go across the street. Watch this. Watch what I show you. I know how to get my trail light. So focused on getting two lights at one time, or true light painting, I should be focused on one direction when I'm doing this. Like, yep, let me through. You guys be stuck in traffic, dumbasses. Yo, NYPD got a funny way of dishing you guys. Alright. You see how a bus comes through here once in a while? See, that's what I want to capture. I want to get something like, maybe something that's like in the frame, like maybe this. Let's see. So, here we are. Let's see here. Now I gotta loose the tilt. I wonder if I can, like... So let me zoom in here. Alright, let me show you how I'm doing this. I'm gonna zoom in here. And focus on that. Ooh, that's nice. Now I'm gonna zoom back out. I want to see if I can get a long blur. I want to see if I can get a long day bokeh exposure. Check this out. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna get it. So we're gonna wait for another city bus to come by. That's the only way we're gonna get it. Something that has a lot of light in the back. This is gonna be, this could look sick, bro. I think this might be sick. but we're gonna fix that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna fix that. Okay. See, I like the carbon fiber legs in this particular tripod because you can smooth down bit by bit. Some carbon fiber tripods are smooth. You can do that, but sometimes they just slide too much. You see how like leading lines with the trail lights? Now we're gonna wait for another bus and see if we can get that. So you got this subject with leading lines, and you can see the leading lines on the construction of the train. It's the steam beams. Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking at. But I'm gonna wait. See how I'm naturally exposed, so maybe I can bring this down. Oh, see, I can get it 6-stop, and I can bring that. I kind of want it 6 seconds. I don't want it too long. See, that's what I was looking for, trying to get the shutter speed to get about. I only wanted between really 5 seconds. Yeah, if it's anything above 5 seconds, it may work, it may not work. But 13 seconds, no, that's too long. It may work if there's a high volume of traffic where they have a lot of light input, like the back. You see how everyone is like stopped at the red light? If that was a continuous light, that would be really amazing. But it's not a continuous light. So let me just remind everyone, it's Sunway Photo DPL 07, nice L bracket, IRX 15, Maven Filters 6-stop, 2 CPLs, that makes it 3-stop, a glow filter, Canon 70D, shooting on a C-long profile, Sunway Photo DT03R, 2-way tilts, the ArcSight AS-ADC carbon fiber tripod. It's too early. Alright, I need to tilt this more. Yeah, I need to tilt that more. Went too early on that one. Why does it feel like it's not? See, but that's the distortion. I feel like I see that 0.01. I feel like there's a little tiny distortion right here. I can see it. Why do I have this on F8? I want it at 9. I want it 1-stop on there. Because when I do edit this, I'm going to focus on the leading lines in the light, but also, yeah. So, see, this is why I wish I had my rifle on. Now, I want to back up a little bit. And now I can actually pivot too. And now I need to fix that focus. focus. So I zoomed in for the focus, because I am focused on this. I want to get a very bulk, long exposure. See how that works out. We need a bus. We need another bus. But with that said, if you like what you see here, everybody, just subscribe, like, and share. Want to support the channel? You know, PayPal, Venmo, you know. Keep the lights on there. But yeah, if I can get my ADD to get fixed, I use that camera. I like the color science on the ADD. I'm not gonna lie, there is a difference between the 70D and the 80D. There's a big advantage on the 80D though than the 70D. That I do notice. If the streets were a little bit more wet, you get that more like a reflection. Even though my reflection is literally strong right now, I should put it halfway. So let me tell you what I do. So I got these markers. So I mark them, right? For a good reason. So let me show you on the other side of this. So this is my minimum. So if I want to adjust the strength of that polarization, I can. So now it's at minimum. But since I am shooting vertical, right, I adjust it this way instead. So now it's at minimum, but now I can just adjust it back to maybe halfway. Depends on the subject. But since I am focused on vehicles, it's not going to give that more of that reflection. I'm not really worried about the reflection on the vehicles because there's nothing on this side that's going to brighten that reflection. So it's kind of, this side is kind of dull. So if there was like another bigger light source or a vehicle passing on top of that vehicle, yeah, you can see the reflection. Based on color, based on vehicle, based on light. But since this does have light, and this is a dull area, like, yeah, you gotta, I don't know, you just gotta see it. That's why you gotta look at the cars like, okay, the reflection is minimal, okay. Just want another bus to turn. See if this works and get a good shot. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this shot. I don't know. It's not the most interesting shot because this is not where I want to really shoot, and this is not how I actually want to really use these filters. I want to go to a garden with some waterfalls. I want to go to a certain park and capture something very interesting with these filters. Daylight exposures, it's tricky, man. Like I said, it's a tricky subject. You gotta be very patient. We got a bus. Okay, we got a bus. Now we gotta time this correctly. So, hold on. We gotta time this correctly. This is 6 seconds. So, what I'm gonna do, it's wait till the bus gets halfway point. The trigger should be already triggered, and then when it hits, it should give me that chill light. I'm gonna try to do this one more time. Come on. But look at this, look at this. These city bus drivers know, okay, if you know you're not gonna make the turning. The buses turn anyway. Yeah, we got no that count, even though they don't check it. All right, we got more shuttles. That was my chance. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. But I kind of wanted more of a bleed. So I'm going to try one more time. That wasn't too bad. Why is it? That's weird. Or maybe I'm weird. That's not too bad. I think more of a bleed should be, yeah, I think more of a bleed. I want more of a trail, a constant trail. If you look, it's kind of broke. It's kind of like it's like broken up. I want a solid trail. Yeah, I want a solid trail. Okay, let's do that over. Okay. We're gonna try to do this one more time. See, it's all about that shutter speed, being down to like 6 seconds, like I was saying before. Less than 5 seconds, ooh, you get that money shot. Ooh. You be like, damn. You be happy, you be like dancing right now. Like, cha-cha-cha. As a photographer, you know what I'm talking about. When you get the shot, and you're like, yeah. You literally go ego fucking statistic. And you know you're the shit. You know what I'm talking about, photographers. It feels good, doesn't it? To get the shot that you want. And that's a good thing. That's a good feeling to have. So now you gotta hold on to that. And that's what keeps you going as a photographer. So we out here in New York City, Long City. I thought this was gonna be a safe area because I've often do this in Brooklyn. Pretty sure I would have gotten into some confrontation. Motherfucker, you shoot me, motherfucker. Yo, you got the rights to shoot me, bro? Like, do you even know your American rights? Like, I don't give a fuck about those. You know, I mean, I have people say that. They don't care about their rights. Okay. If the police arrest you, they can do whatever they want, right? I feel like this area seems a little bit like, seems off. So I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, see, I'm gonna fix that. I feel like this was off. Now I'm gonna zoom in again. Wait, I'm gonna zoom in. Oops, I'm not showing you guys what I'm freaking doing. Alright, now I'm gonna zoom in. Focus. Yeah, we focus. Oh yeah, that's focus. Alright. And now, see, I'm like just about to hit one, mind you, 0.7 understop. And just my, yeah, I want to be understop just a bit. I want all this in frame now. So we're going to try to do this again. See how those lights, I see it, I want the light trails. See, but the thing key is 6 seconds during the day. Less than 6 seconds. It has to be less than 6. And you gotta time it right. Alright, we might gotta why I said, ladies and gentlemen, please support the channel. It really helps. Someone's off. That is not straight. It's just this ground. This ground is all fucked up. Because it's literally, in all honesty, you need to fix your gravel. Seriously. Excuse my language, but let's adjust something. Show you what I'm doing. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay. Now we gotta zoom in again. See, now we gotta zoom in again. Make sure we in focus. Okay. It makes sense to put this all in frame instead of halfway. Yeah. But still. Alright, we're gonna try to do this again. I'm gonna try to mind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about trial and error. Plaza, and this side is north. Yes, going towards this one. What building are you looking at?
Department of Education.
Okay, so this is NYPD's Department of Education Safety. Sorry, I had to show her where the building is. Oh, Hannah, what are you guys looking at? Oh, these guys are bitching. They're arguing. They're fighting behind me. Fighting. Welcome to New York. Traffic respect is non-existent. Should learn that by now. Come on, give me another bus. Give me a city bus. See, at nighttime, when I do long exposures, I'm a savage. I'm a beast. I will literally give you the sauce of your life. Filters. I think, yeah, I like the Maven filter. Everything just makes sense. You know, it's a slap-on, easy magnetic system. None of that screw on the filter. None of that jazzy Nazi crap. Or like, see, it's like super thin. 6-stop. It's super thin. Boom. Let's just put that on. Greetings from Poland. What's going on, my friend? As you can see, I'm doing day long exposures, but with the twist, with a little bit of bokeh. Give you that bokeh effect, because some of you guys that love photography, you guys love that bokeh. Like, no, it's bokeh. Bokeh. I know it's bokeh, but in America they like to say bokeh. So you gotta, you know, because if it's like bokeh, no, it's bokeh. You don't want the argument. Trust me, you don't want the argument. This is why I'm saying bokeh. Like, you want that bouquet. Somebody you know what I'm saying? That bokeh. Whatever. See, you got me confused now. Because this is a controversy about how to pronounce it. No, it's bouquet in Japanese, but like you guys like bokeh, it's bokeh, it's bouquet. Yeah, you guys always have the argument for how to pronounce it. But anyway, yeah, we out here with the Maven Filters. So Maven Filters send me out this whole complete set. So we got a 6-stop CPL, and we got a globe, a show glow diffuser. I'm using 1/4 strength power. Yeah, I'm not sure we call it power, just the strength. So it's going to give that nice light blur, but it's going to give that bokeh effect a little nice softness too. So, ooh, see the genius idea behind the mastermind of shooting day-long exposures with the new Maven Show Glow diffuser and the CPL and the 6-stop. Just saying. But we double stacked the CPL so we could get 3 stops. Right? But if I had to, mind you, imagine if I was on a mirrorless camera. So Maven Filters make LPLs. LPLs are like a neutral density filter, variable neutral density filter, right? So if I was to stack a CPL with a LPL on a mirrorless camera, I would get 5 stops. So keep that in mind. Yes, science. And math. Look at these dum-dums. Yeah, yellow taxi dum-dum. And gas is leaking too. Stupid. Yeah, yellow cabs are worse out here, man. But anyway, folks, as I was saying, it's all about math, science, and knowing what we know about photography. So, and right now, we're shooting the Iris 15. And normally, I notice with Iris lenses over time for the last few years, when you forget to unlock this unscrews or makes this loose for some reason. So there is a con to Iris lenses when it comes down to like build quality. You gotta be careful with this lock mechanism, because sometimes as a photographer I forget about it and I end up like focusing while it's locked, which you can damage the focus ring. And that's what happened with my micro lens. And I think that's what really happened with my micro lens. So I wish there was a button instead of a slide, because even in the bag, this can swivel in the bag by itself. That's what I noticed with Iris lenses. But I'm using the Canon EOS 70D. You know, I bought this used for like $250 from B&H. Like literally. Used, and it had only 100 actuations on it. And I was like, oh, you definitely got a deal, because normally that camera still goes for about 600, especially with those actuations on it. If you guys don't know what actuations, it's when I always click the shutter button. Oh, we got another bus. Okay, this is our opportunity. But I used to have Sony's and I used to have an Nikon, but they were all taken from me. I got robbed when I came back to New York, unfortunately. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I should got that. I think I got that. Let's see. Did we get it? see, I don't like that breakout right there. You see that breakout right there? I don't like that. I want it smooth. You know why it broke up? Because it slowed down as it was coming up here. Which hopefully we can get a bus that's not going to stop at this bus stop. I want it to go continuously. But maybe I can stack these too, because the previous one, you see the previous one? That's the previous one. If anyone wants to see it. This is the one I just took. Just zooming in. I'm just zooming in. Okay. But I noticed it's giving the light in the background soft. It's soft. I like it. But oh man, I don't want to be here another. Now, like I said, I can't. Oh wow, it just went off by itself. Okay, I can stack these in post, which I'm probably gonna do. Just stack them. Yeah. Get a nice image. But since I only took one image like this, because I changed, mind you, the composition 3 times. That's what you got to remember. So, and that's why I got to pay attention to these files. So I do want to get another one, because, mind you, I changed the composition. Like I said, if I'm doing this at night, I'm a nasty beast, bro. I deliver. Nighttime is much easier, and anyone can really do it. But daytime, it's tricky. You gotta know how to time it. You gotta have filters in order to get through the day. And mind you, I have filters, I just don't have them with me. So if I had a 10 stop, I would have literally got what I needed with 4 seconds. Literally. Or maybe 6 seconds. I could have kept it at 6 seconds, put the 10 stop on, but here's the catch. Gotta change the aperture, mind you, the f-stop. So it's on f9 right now. 6 seconds. 100. So always gotta like compensate for that. Do it one more time and that is it. And then we can stack these. Because not everyone does long exposures during the day. I don't understand why people do more. It helps you understand light. It helps you understand the conditions of light, especially in this. Mind you, this is cloudy. This is overcast. This is cloudy. It's not an overcast. This is cloudy. Because mind you, it has been raining the past like 2 days. It's gonna rain tonight too. New York City needs a shower. It needs to cool off. But anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. If you guys want to support the channel directly as a homeless YouTuber, as a homeless photographer, you know, having this opportunity to review Maven Filters on the fly. Mind you, $600 set, which is amazing. So thank you, Maven Filters, for sending out this 6-stop, the CPL, the glow, the adapter in the case. Appreciate you, friends. And we're also gonna watch our backs because we might be in a nice, well, this part has never been nice, but we still in New York. You just gotta be careful. You got some wild people out here. They don't care the camera's watching. They just like crime. And that's just a fact. And that means they like the jam system better than the outside world. So always be on your guard. Yes, you're allowed to carry pepper spray and mace with you in the streets of New York. be under the 12-ounce legal civilian, what is that? The civilian guidelines for it? Yes. It's like an 8-ounce small one. I had the small one. I had like a 2-ounce small one, and they locked me up. Mind you, they locked me up for using it against some idiot that doesn't even know the Constitution or his rights. So he wanted to violate my First Amendment rights, the right to speak, concern as someone that actually lives in the community. Yes, right now I'm getting me in all I want to see. And I'm trying to get this long exposure shot. See that? See that? That's what I want. But I don't want. See those red lights? The red lights are so nice, man. I want a trail light. Come on, boss. Do this one more time. Actually, no, they sell them everywhere, bro. Yeah, they sell them. Dude, you can go to, they sell them most, I put myself on hardware store. Literally in Greenpoint. Mind you, it's by law. You are allowed to carry it. Which it doesn't make it illegal. They try to make it seem like it was illegal for me to use it when the person, mind you, assaulted me twice and then threw their shoe at me and then went to go get a physical object to try to beat me with that object. And they said I didn't have the right to use it, but guess what? The case is getting dropped because there was no evidence of him appearing, but mind you, identifying himself as the victim. See, there's video of him attacking me. No video of me, because he made a false report and said, I attacked him. No, I did not. You followed me outside, mind you followed me outside a business establishment, and you put your hands on me without consent. Then you put your hands on me without consent the second time, and then trying to push me to the ground. And then when you got sprayed, you went back to go get a weapon. Which means I missed. And then when we showed the video, it was like clear as day. Like, come on. You got your own, mind you got your own Department of Education CC in my PD cameras facing directly where it happened. There's like 3 cameras of their own. Then you have the door cam, then you have the surveillance camera of the building, then you got the outside NYPD camera that's on the street. Showing the incident, like, come on. Lack of police work. Mind you, I'm pro-police. I just know the police officers did a very terrible job at assessing the crime that was committed. Mind you, I have my camera equipment with me. Why would I want to commit a crime when I'm literally holding a fucking cinema camera? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, I'm going to attack someone with this in my hand. Yeah, sure. Great job. Great job. No, you can buy them anywhere. I bought mine from a hardware store in Greenpoint. You can buy them anywhere. And mind you, you can look up the law. You are allowed. It's a certain amount you can carry. You can't carry the big case containers that is like 60 ounce, 12 ounce. It has to be lower than 8 ounces. So the little small ones, so the 2 ounces, boom, you can carry that. Mind you, I carried that everywhere. I was with NYPD this whole entire 2 years doing film with them, sometimes arresting people in the subway. Mind you, I got this body vest. Look, let me show you. Take you off this mount. Look, I got this body vest. It was right here, and they can clearly see it. So, no, it wasn't. It wasn't like I was using it to commit a crime, but they made it seem like it was a crime. So they charged me with misdemeanor assault. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, I cannot wait to sue you guys for this. Someone was at the bus stop. That one was I guess. I know. You guys tell me. Let's see. Woke up. See that little whip? See that? Maybe I could just stack these. I don't know. But anyway. Oh yeah. I got this on touch sensitive. So I took a picture of that. Actually, that's actually the Q, the N, not the R. Wait, is it R that had the station? I don't really take the R, bro. I take the fucking W. No, W. What is that? No, this is the W in the N train. Yeah, they go to the Astoria with the 7. Okay. Yeah, I normally don't take these trains because I don't have a purpose or a reason. I normally walk everywhere. But you know, as homeless, someone that's houseless and you know, trying to make it in the world, you know, I don't know. I normally just rollerblade or skate somewhere or fucking walk. I don't rely on the fucking MTA. Because just, listen man, as much times I ride the MTA, you know 2 things. 1, that might be your last fucking $3 of your life. So, I missed that shot. Anyway, see? Anyway, it's gonna stop anyway. That's weird. That one came out better than the last one. What? I'm confused. Oh, man. Anyway, folks. Like I said, I'm about to be houseless again. I can't afford to pay my rent. Because I got laid off. I wasn't expecting it. What we wasn't expecting also, right, was the social worker that was supposed to take care of me after I got out of surgery. But the paperwork for housing assistance for that. Yeah. So this is why I said to my audience before, if my social worker at the hospital had done her job, I would have had an extra $2,900 for another month's worth of rent. They're supposed to help me, but you know, I took it with a grain of salt. $57.32. That's an insult. That's someone to pay taxes. It's like you telling me that's all I'm worth to you, not worth as an American citizen to give me what I own, and then I gotta be questioned about why I need EBT. Like seriously? Not only that the system knows that you're unemployed after you file for unemployment, but they give you a whole bunch of dumbass questions to file for EBT, and that's a former social worker. I thought those questions was not needed because I never asked my clients when I was doing that kind of work. Hey, I never asked them for bank statements either. I let someone else do it because it's an insult. It's like, I already know this person's situation. Just talking to that person, getting to understand that person, seeing this person come to the facility all the time, you get to know people, you get to know the clients better. Instead of some supervisor telling you, we need statistics, don't sign them out the system. That was against, mind you, your human right. If everybody knows that, if you're using any services in any state, especially New York, if you're using services, homeless services, outreach services, medical services, any of these services that mind you, that you feel like you need, and let's say you're not using those services. Maybe you moved off somewhere. maybe you went upstate New York, or maybe you decided to move out of New York and you don't report it. What they do is they mind you, keep you in the system. And Wisconsin did that too. Portland did that too. Seattle State, Washington State did that. I was like, but this person's not even here. And then when I reported to the state, then that's when things started to be a little bit different. But that's another topic. You know, all the experience working for these freaking a-holes. Yeah, government, city, bunch of a-holes. People that work for it, yeah. You gotta change. You gotta sign this every time a political leader it's now new in office. Like Porchlight, they wanted me to sign a document. I was like, no, I already signed my documents. Why would I want to sign your documents? Because this was after all the problems. Because they know I was actually sharing these problems on social media. Like, no, I'm in my right. I am my right. Mind you, think about it. If the homeless men and women and children that come to the facility are in their right to share the same experience that I have, then I'm in my right as an employee to share their experience because someone noticed some human rights violations and I won. So, no arguments. Don't argue with me. You know I won, so just take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna get out of here. Nice talking to you. Hopefully this was fun. See ya.